entertainment, current events, and Hollywood. Don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators today. Today we have a special guest, lots of guests today. You can start by the director, introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Meosha.
Absolutely.
It's such a pleasure to be here, to see all the others and cast here again. It's good. I hope we continue to do more. My name is Christopher J. Upchurch with CA Production, and I am the writer, producer, and director and lead actor of Hey Chris TV series. And a little bit about myself, obviously. I started out young in school, wanting to do drama, wanting to express myself, and I really never could run away from it. My family, everybody felt I was dramatic. Everybody felt that I was comedic and a comedian in some degree, always trying to make people laugh and have a sense of humor. So I felt that early on. I also had a little singing gift, so I just put all this together and knew that I had some form of an entertaining spirit or entertainer. So I just really started writing music, and then I started to figure out how can I also transition that into maybe writing musical stage plays and acting in them and doing all of that. So early on, about 2009, 10, I started doing musical stage plays and with singing and acting. And so people thought that was good and they loved it or whatever. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna continue. And 2018, I moved to Macomb, Mississippi with my wife. And we started CA Production, me and my wife Amanda Upchurch. And so we did a short film with Miss Miari Armani that's on here as well. She was the lead in that short film as well, Vantage Too Much. And so we did a little experimental thing, and I just started from there at 2018 with the film and entertainment industry on writing and learning all of that. And so ever since then, I've just been learning and wanting to spruce my craft and network with others that are in the industry like yourself and many others that now I have a lot of different things kind of rolling, and it's just a beautiful thing to see that I didn't give up on it. So I'm glad that God allowed all these beautiful people that we see, beautiful souls, different, perspectives, or all of that can come together for a common objective to do a project, which is just, it wows me. So I'm just grateful, so grateful that the Lord has allowed me to be able to do this and see how far I can go. And so I'm just grateful for it.
Hi, I'm Laura. I am the director of photography and co-director of Hey Chris. I've been working in the industry since 2009, and I have almost held every position on set, but mainly I work as a director of photography. Occasionally I direct and produce.
She got good camera skills too. Hello, I'm Will Dyer. Nice to be on here, Meosha. Very, very pleasurable to be here. I work with a wonderful cast here. They're all really talented on the Hey Chris TV series. I just recently moved here, I would say, to Mississippi within maybe seven years ago. And it's a beautiful state. You know, I've been around the world, and this is where I retired. Being as an actor, I don't just wait around, for a role and then I say, okay, hey, that's local. I want to get that. I want to network, get to know filmmakers, the producers, directors, cinematographers, cameramen. Networking is very important around here because a lot of the people in this area, they get excited when a production starts. because we've had some pretty major productions recently. Sylvester Stallone, Tom Hiddleston, Mark Hamill. They've all been around recently. John Travolta. So it's proof that you don't have to be in L.A. or New York, to make a good film. I personally, I don't care about the budget and things like that, because as a storyteller, I think by bringing a certain character to life, people can feel relatable, and that's what people want. They want to watch something and feel relatable. I've noticed that people are watching Tubi more and more. More indie films and things like that. Because it's not just about how much money you can put in a production, but how much passion can you put in it, how much emotion, how much humor, and things like that. So it's fun doing this. I've been doing this maybe about 4 years now. I'm doing life in reverse. I'm a retired combat veteran. And
Awesome. Thank you for your service.
oh yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. And so I just started college and things like that, and just doing things in reverse, and never thought about acting before being in the film industry. It kind of found me, and and I love doing it. With combat PTSD, you would think that it would make it worse, but it actually helps, and the people in this industry are, they're all different, but they love doing this, making movies, making series, making short films, and things like that. So
Love that. Love
thank
that.
you for having me here.
Absolutely. Whoever next, go for it.
Hey y'all, my name is Miari Amani. I play Jasmine and Hey Chris. Uh, I'm super excited about it all. I started acting and modeling young. I would say because of church,
Mm,
being active in church kind of got me into it, being in the youth programs and whatnot. Did dance all throughout high school. Really started getting shows and gigs at around 16.
nice.
But so far, it's been truly a blessing. I love being in front of the camera, jumping into a different or experiencing something that I have not experienced through. Oh my, the excitement that I feel. I'm really just truly grateful to be here. And thank you, Meosha, for having me. And nice to see all my Hey people again. So,
Yeah, please.
Hi, Meosha. Nice to
Hi.
meet you.
Nice to meet you guys too.
My name is Angela Pushnock. I am born and raised, and I currently live in Dallas, Texas. I feel like I've acted on and off my entire life, took a long break once I turned into an adult and life happened, and now I'm just returning back to it. I also am a former dancer, and I'm getting back into dancing as well. And yeah, I'm just excited to be a part of this Hey Chris cast. And
My name is Javarian Wilkins, and I'm from Ellisville, Alabama. And kinda since I from the age of 7, I've always was curious on how TV shows and movies were made, but I never really wanted to really learn until I got further on in age, around 18. When I was finna get ready to go to college, I ended up taking media production. So going into media production, I was learning script writing and photography and film and everything that has to do with that. But I never really knew what I wanted to really do. But I always knew I enjoyed everything that film had to bring to the table. I enjoyed everything. So I knew since when I graduated, I started I started doing photography. I really like doing photography. I started doing photography. I started script writing, and I always used to get scripts off the internet, and I used to practice if I ever wanted to take acting or do acting. I used to always just get how many scripts I could off the internet, screenshot it on my phone. I used to just imagine myself doing them.
Nice,
We
nice.
just enjoyed that, and so after I graduated, I'm like, you know, I did photography. I liked that. I did script writing. I said, let me try to see if I can do this acting thing. Since I always, be in my little room acting, what I'm saying, just with me. Let's see if I can go do it for real. So I tried it, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And I forgot to mention, I played Jason in Hey Chris.
Awesome. Amanda, I think last
Hey,
one.
hey, hey.
Hi.
Hey, y'all. It's good to see you guys again. It's such a blessing. I'm just truly excited about Hey Chris. I actually played the role as Pastor Bell. Okay, so Pastor is amazing. Let me just say that. But I wanted to say that I've always had a drive for acting. When I was at the age of 8. My mom always told me, "You so dramatic. You so dramatic." You know, and I would always stand in the mirror and just talk to myself and act like I'm acting, with someone else. And so that has always been an interest of mine. Of course, I've had. I used to be a model. Let me just say that in my days, I used to be a model. And I used to be with Faces International, where I done commercials. I also been in stage plays and etc. So, I have a little bit of experience, but my role is as Pastor Bell in Hey Chris.
My question is for the director first. What inspired this story? Where did it come from? And how did you know that, this was the cast that you wanted? And you're like, these are the key people that you saw playing these roles.
First of all, great question, Meosha. I mean, I thought about to be honest, what was missing in the market today. So I, am someone that researches and want to see what's trending. And I began to find out. I wrote it back in 2022, and I just kind of saw that it wasn't too much of a family dynamic with men. It kind of shifted the pendulum towards a little bit more of women empowerment. Not that I don't care about women being empowered, but I wanted a balance still. I wanted it to be a balance of where there was patriarchal type of leadership and matriarchal leadership, or that there's just a good synergy and a balance between both in the family dynamic in our nation in the United States, and so I kind of wanted that to still be something that can be seen in the filming industry. And so I kind of wrote that, and I made it to be funny and not to be so sad. We came out of COVID, I wanted to make people feel like they could still be a family again, and give some level of a faith-based dynamic with it as well, but being still real issues, and show that just because you confess Christ or have Christ or believe in Christianity, the religion, etc., you're still going to be in some way subject to trial, tribulations, failures, disappointments. A lot of things you're just being tested with in your life. So I thought of that. This cast, though, I really felt that I needed to get some individuals that I just saw and talking to them and saw some of the work that they did. As you're hearing some of their backgrounds, you could just kind of see how it goulashes together to see the
Yeah.
strength of what they could actually do if we come together in unity in one common goal and objective. And so knowing Miari was very strong anyway, she already led a whole short film. I already knew she would do well. Miss Angela Pushnock, already seeing what she did as well, being someone that's represented with an agency, and so I felt that she would really be very strong on her audition she had as well, and so a lot of these individuals he's been doing a lot of different things already. Me and my wife already did a lot of stuff already. I know how we are when we're on camera or administrating the production, and Laura as well. She's worked on so many different things, Netflix films, and I mean her experience and years of I think she taught at Tulane, different things like that. I mean, it's just you can't. God put that together. I mean, in the way we had our budget to do so, I think that was just God's favor to allow it to come together in this capacity um, to let the world see this story. And Jabarian as well, his background of being in school and just the hunger and desire to get an opportunity like this. So I just felt that this main cast would be tremendous.
I love that. Can I just say you got a woman as a director photographer? Like I love that. I'm all about women in these positions. It's beautiful. Tell me a little bit about that, how you met her and how you guys, got together and that director photography, dynamic. I mean, I think it has to go hand in hand to get the visual and like what you want, portrayed on screen.
That was a unique situation when me and Laura actually met. Um, in me being a newbie, I didn't know how a lot of these things work. Obviously, I ran church before. We are positive. We're probably 5 4 minutes. We do church, my wife. So we've had
Okay.
buildings. We know how to be able to actually congregate and build and come together and facilitate and operate, right? And
Yeah.
so, but on the film side, like not musical stage, but you kind of learn and see it's kind of the same. People, they ain't gonna show up. You're gonna have attitudes. You're gonna have people putting masks on, hi, and like, where'd that come from? So you got all of those things that you're like, okay, God, I see. So they still the same. So we dealt with a lot of issues initially with a few director photographers that did not pass the bill, make the bill to come through. And Miss Laura, she's extremely humble, and I was extremely grateful for someone recommending her that was one of her close colleagues. And, he said, hey, reach out to her, see if she's available. And I cared less. Like I said, I'm not discriminative on you being a woman, a dog, a cat. God didn't give me that heart. I always felt that, anybody is anybody or anything, as long as we treat each other with respect and love, we can work together. And so seeing her work when I got introduced to her, and we talked over the phone, and she just gave me such a level of transparency and humility about how valuable she is, but how she felt how valuable this project was, and that she wanted to be a part of it. And that let me know that I would love for her to be a part of it. And she definitely helped out a lot, co-directed a lot of things. I wore too many hats. She said, hey, man, let me help you. I was like, okay, thank you so much. And so she did a phenomenal job with really making sure this came together. So she's invaluable to the project.
I love that. I love that. So my next question is for the cast. And I'm curious what your process is when it comes to getting ready for role, like for your role, preparing, on screen. What's your process like? Whoever can start first, go for it.
I'll go first.
Please, please.
Um, when I first read the script and understood that the character of Chris and the character of Amanda had the same names as Christopher Upchurch and Amanda Upchurch, I was like, you know what? I feel like this character is supposed to be a lot like Amanda. I know Amanda likes her nails. I know Amanda likes to look beautiful. I know Amanda likes to, be glamorous. And I tried to bring that through while playing that role of Amanda, which she is just so amazing. And then when I met her in person, it was even better because I was able to capture her essence and really bring that to life. And it was really good. So I really love connecting with Amanda in person and doing the research and finding out that she's such an amazing person. So yeah.
Chris and Amanda, they both very amazing people, partners and stuff. When I prepare for a role, I try to find something relatable in the character. Like in Hey Chris, I play the character of AJ, and that would be Chris's best friend, godfather to his kids. And this is a story that has love, drama, passion, Christianity, and suspense. Me and Chris, we got a secret nobody even know about yet. Even the people that are involved in it, and that's coming. So we didn't want to just go one way, we want to, have our personalities relate to the character, but also myself too. AJ, he's a godfather, best friend, I'm Uncle Will, I'm everybody's uncle, like to put a smile on people's faces. So when I get into the character, the Zoom rehearsals help as well. We get on for a couple hours, sometimes 3 or 4 hours, read the entire script, get to know each other, then when you're done, you don't have to just keep reading it over, find scene 32 to scene 44 and just get that down. Read it over and over till you kind of understand what the story's about, so you don't really have to memorize it. That way, if you forget the words, you can improvise and jump in and be like, it's all good. This is what I would do in this situation anyway. So yeah, getting into the character and understanding that, helps a lot. And uh, stage theater helps. It's very, very challenging. You get one shot. So I also do stage play because of how challenging it is. It's
Yeah, it's a
terrifying,
challenge. It's a different dynamic than film. Yeah, absolutely.
exactly. When you hear the crowd going gasping or and applaud at the end, you really brought that story to life, and you can bring that skill to um, the TV show, one shot, one kill, but with all the emotion, all the passion, like the story, the character. So I really enjoy the character of AJ. Everybody likes him. He knows everybody. He's basically family. So he's like a Uncle Jesse of some sort. you know.
I love it. I love it.
Me getting into the role of Jasmine was kind of different from in the past. Because not everything about Jasmine was so relatable to me. There's some things that I have not experienced in this life that Jasmine is going through and swapped. So the process of that was definitely knowing the words. I needed to know who Jasmine was.
Right.
How does she feel about everything? How is she reacting to everything? So that was definitely step one, knowing who Jasmine Kingston really is. Then prayer to make the emotions flow through so that it portrays off as what it needs to be shown as. But overall, it was exciting and it was different. But it was a great different. It was a different that I'm glad I got to experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really beautiful though. I really enjoy the challenge of jumping into a different character.
Does it feel like it's expanded you as far as like your skill sets? Like now that you have this, you want to do something even more like challenging as an actor, right?
Completely. I was just talking about this the other day with my mom. It is very exciting to me to see me go from Vanity is Too Much to TV series, and actually letting my emotions flow and not holding back, but just being me, doing what I love to do. Oh my, oh my.
Okay, so for me, I was first reading the script. I'm like, oh, this might be a little challenging. But I'm like, what I always do, I always make sure before I make sure I pray. Like, God, turn me into Jason Kingston. So I be like, I can do this. So I'm reading the script, and I always read the person's line before mine, so I can get a more understanding on how I should relate this. And also, I ask questions, or if I'll do that because sometimes Jason, he'll switch up on me. Sometimes he probably be a little shy, and then Jason switch up on me and start being like grown man. I'm like, okay, Jason. I enjoy that character though. He's an exciting character. I love playing Jason. I really do. And I always just remind myself that if I put my mind to it, I can do it. So when I do that, I'll get more comfortable and I just be able to do what I need to do. But I enjoy that character really. I like that character.
That's great.
Okay, so for me, it was very challenging. Although I've been doing, I'm always in front of people. I'm always, speaking and et cetera. But it was very challenging for me because of the complexities of, trying to put myself in Pastor Bell's shoes. Like, she was flirtatious. I'm not that. She was, she was just, she was something. And so It was kind of hard for me. It really was. I have to admit that. But I think I pulled it off. I think now. I've been asking to, because I didn't even want to see it afterwards, which I should have. Now I'm asking for, like, I need to see what Pastor Bell was looking like, because I know it was very challenging for me. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta come on to him. I gotta, this and that. So it was a little difficult for me, but I think it was okay. Yeah, for the
I
most
love
part.
that. I love
Yeah.
So I'm curious, how many days did this take? Like, the process of getting this show, and like what was your hours like? How long were you guys on set? Like what was that like, the set days and times? You got it. Okay, we're doing this from this point to this point. You can't be on scenes too long. You want to wrap it up, and scheduling the whole thing.
Well, I will say when Chris said, I want to do this in literally like 3 weekends, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. You want to do how
3
many pages
weekends?
and how many
Amazing.
weekends? There's no way. Um, and somehow we did. Uh, he had everything planned out really well.
Wow.
Sorry, 8 days.
Wow.
We had a couple of days at the end.
You good?
But I came on a little bit later to the project, so it was kind of at the last. It was literally the week before they started shooting.
Wow.
So I normally like to have a lot more prep time. I like to have time to do lighting design and go over the shot list with the director. And he had a shot list, but he had a really great script and he had a really great cast.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, I'm going to help you out. We're going to figure this out. And so I put together a very basic script, shot list for the script and planned things out as we went and did a lot of last minute stuff and just made it work with very limited time.
I love
But
it.
I had very, very wonderful people I got to work with. The cast was amazing.
Mm,
Uh, they had everything down. The chemistry was great between them. Um, and I had Ro, who was an amazing, amazing camera operator who
nice.
totally was there to help me with having a second angle for everything. Um, Especially when they're improv, which is a little bit more harder for editing for film. So having that second camera there was a godsend. Um, and then honestly, he helped me get all of our lighting set up, and um, Adri was amazing as well. She came on, she was originally a PA, and I'm like, we need a sound mixer. If I teach you, will you do it? She goes, yes. And so I taught her how to run all my equipment.
Nice.
She ran the mixer. She ran four different laws and the boom.
Nice. Wow.
And
Wow.
she picked that up. She had a little bit of experience beforehand, so she wasn't completely raw at it, but she did a killer job with it. And both of them on set totally saved me because there's no way
Yes.
without everyone pulled together the way that we did, we could have
Yeah.
done it like this.
Incredible. Incredible. I mean, that's just a testament of how, like you said, the director putting this in and just having everything, coordinated and down, like knowing what you want is so important to making
Mm-hmm.
a project and series. What's your overall, like, what do you want people to walk away with, the message for this film or this series? Sorry.
Um, I really believe again that overall, I really wanted people to still feel like they can have a essence of getting connected to God in some capacity,
Mhm.
and not always having to be so perfect, and but being able to be a family unit with your family and doing the best you can with that family and living out your dreams beyond the average or status quo, being exceptional, literally going die hard after it, and die trying if in that capacity, but you felt you exerted everything you could. I believe that's what the Kingston's vision and mission is all about. We're going to stick together, no matter how hard it is. People are going to probably find those little bits of parts of something they can pull from this story in all of themselves all around the world. They can see something universal about it. And that's why I was just asking the Lord to give me that type of way to communicate through his voice or through his mind, so where it draws people to themselves and to him in any way, or them in any type of way that can be possible. So that's what I think people will take away.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Where can people find you guys on social media to follow everyone and, everything you got coming up after this too?
You can find me on mostly all my socials, Christopher J. Upchurch, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Hey Chris TV series, CA Production, Hey Chris TV series, IG. So, just look me up on there, and follow the Facebook group as well, Hey Chris TV series official. It's a lot of great things going on in there to keep you all posted, and you can always see a lot of the cast and others communicating. You can just follow them there as well.
Nice. You on TikTok dancing, doing the TikTok dances? I'm joking.
I didn't.
I'm joking. No, I'm not a TikTok. I don't understand the TikTok thing.
I can honestly say without Chris, I would probably not be really on social media because I'm very terrible about it. But he has a killer plan when it comes to getting things up on social media and following through with that, which wows me every time I see things. But you can see me on Facebook under Laura Duvall. I am on IMDb under Laura Duvall, and you can find me. I've got a production company that I'm a partner in, and you can find our website at Akey Productions.
Nice. Nice.
So akeyproductions.com.
And you can,
go ahead, Amanda.
Go ahead. Okay, well, you can find me on Facebook, Amanda Upchurch. I'm on TikTok as well, Instagram, Amanda. And you can find Christopher dancing on my TikTok. So, yeah, I've captured a few moments. Okay, but Instagram, Facebook, I'm also on what is it, Threads? I think it is. Lemon 8, all of that. So yeah, you can find me there.
Awesome.
And you can find me by my maiden name, which is Q Crabtree, and that's on all socials. And I was able to also capture a little bit of BTS footage, which is up on my YouTube channel, also Q Crabtree as well. So yeah.
You can find me on my Instagram is Dollface. I've been that for some years now, and so it's Dollface on Instagram. On my other platforms, which is all of them, you can find me as Miari Amani. That's TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. It'll Miari Amani. The I's sound like E, so it's MIARI. But there we go.
Nice.
TV series on Facebook. You can find all the on there as well.
Will, I think. Will, yes. Go for it.
I'm a little behind. I haven't got that far in my life yet. I do have Facebook.
Okay, there we go.
Will Dyer. Yeah. I post everything on it though, basically my whole life goes on when we get off this Zoom meeting, I'm putting my daughter's prom pictures from yesterday on, and probably tonight's dinner, but
Right.
all the projects that I do, you can follow me there, Facebook, Will Dyer. And you'll see the Hey Chris and other projects that I do. But the Hey Chris, from what I see on Facebook, got a pretty big fan base already. That's pretty exciting.
You can follow me on Facebook at Javarian Wilkins, and I have an Instagram. You can follow me at that J.Wilkins _ Yeah, that's J. Yeah, J.Wilkins _
Well, thank you guys so much for thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I'm so glad that this series is out, and you guys are talking about something that is very necessary. And I think for a time that we're living in now, we don't see much of faith-based projects that are funny, that have all those elements, and especially at the mainstream. So it's very needed. And thank you for making it. Thank you guys for being on this amazing project. So more power to you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
18. They say now's the time for people to make their own projects because of recent shift in Hollywood. Make sure you support Hey Chris online.